My name is Mutimba, and I've been in the climate change space for the last 20 years. Climate finance is actually a term that has been coined recently to mean the amount of money that is spent to alleviate the effects of climate change. So when you look locally in Africa, if you start with the energy sector, our energy comes from renewable energy. We have hydroelectricity, we have geothermal, we have wind energy. All those are renewable energy. And when you look at, for instance, Kenya, we developed our electricity using domestic amounts, domestic financing, most of it. If it wasn't domestic, it was actually loans that we paid back. So we can say domestically we spent quite a lot of money in investing in our infrastructure, in our energy, and even in the agriculture sector, because the agriculture sector, especially when you're looking at the smallholder farmers, they hardly get any financing from outside. Most of the financing goes into cash crop, like coffee, tea, but the people who grow beans, who grow maize, who grow sorghum, they spend their own money. The work we did in Kenya, which was tracking climate finance in the budget, revealed that apart from a few renewable energy in the solar, wind, a lot of money coming from our domestic revenue or coming from our budget has been used in the agriculture. Agriculture is one of those sectors that has received very little money from outside. I think gender comes in because when you look at our smallholder farmers, it's always the woman and children who are always in the farm. You know, the man is maybe a policeman or a teacher or is gone to work in somewhere, but the person you'll always find in the farms is actually a woman. And that's why there is now emphasis that we should do what? We should invest in that, we should engender the process. Yeah, I think at the policy level and looking at the technocrats, I think we're headed somewhere. The challenge we have is how we are going to actually start practicing what we are hearing in our boardrooms and in our workshops, how we are getting that message to the farmer. As long as we're just doing it at middle level where we have technocrats, policymakers, private sector people come to meetings, and then it ends there, then it will not be useful. So what we need is to take another step and make sure that we're actually preaching this message and making sure that farmers are applying it as they grow their own crops. Yeah. Africa is on track, but the message needs to be driven at high level, because right now we're driving it middle level. You know, so sometimes we have leaders who are in it, with it, and then we elect leaders who are not with it. So how do we make sure that the message stays at the top? I think that is something we need to go home with, you know.